Overpopulated cities around the world have caused people to become a greedy, selfish, and litigious society. Would you like to be happier, live longer, never be forgotten, and help make the world a kinder, more civil place? It's actually easier than you think. Every day you're asked, how are you? Instead of saying good, say I am fantastic. It will make you look better, feel great, and reduce your stress. Making the world a better place starts with each person. Please join the Be Fantastic movement today. What you want to be, you can be. Be fantastic.
I met Dr. Fantastic along this way, and I heard him say, you gotta say, I am fantastic.
Well, everybody, welcome to another episode of Fantastic Interviews, and I'm going to call this segment 1 of what will be my longest interview in this car with my new friend Jason, who's got a fantastic name because that's my son's name, and they're 1 year apart, so you can call me Father. No,
Father Fantastic.
You can call me anything you like, but just don't call me late for dinner. But no, so Dr. Fantastic and Jason are starting their new friendship as we drive to Laughlin, Nevada from Malibu, California, a 250-mile trek,
Correct.
approximately.
Yep.
And we're just going to have some fun. And we're going to talk about all kind of fun things on the way. How are you this morning, Jay?
You know what? I started out good. Some would say great, and I'm trending towards fantastic.
It warms my heart to hear it. The word in the dictionary means unimaginably good and beautiful. That's the definition of the word. And it's not a word, it's an energy. Good has no energy whatsoever. Someone please explain to me, and maybe I'm wrong, does good have any energy? Does it sound like it has energy? Does it do you any good?
Status quo, overused word, doesn't really mean anything. The
Meaningless.
absence of...
You know what I call people who say good as an answer to the 600-year-old question, how are you? I call them moaners. You're going to love this, Jay. Moaners. M-O-A-N. You'll never guess what moan stands for. I'll give you a start. M for mediocre.
Got it.
O for ordinary.
Okay.
A for average.
Yeah.
And N for normal. Do you want to be any of those?
No,
Imagine being all 4 of those. I don't want to know someone like that. If you were a moaner, I would not drive
I have
you.
to get out.
You have to get out right now. There's no way I'm going to spend 5 hours with a moaner, but he's not. And it was funny about picking up
So
Jay.
if I don't stay fantastic, does the car stop?
The car stops.
Okay.
There's an
All right.
ejector seat
Well, I'm
here.
very
I push a little
fantastic.
button here, like James Bond, and you go flying out. Now, here's how we met, everybody. As you all know, if you've been listening to my show, my thousands of interviews, my philosophies, my radio show, my podcasts, I always say life is a series of left and right turns. And there are no wrong turns in life. You got to believe that every one you make is the correct one. And you know the reasoning behind that. So then I saw that there's a guy named Jason needed a ride, and he was 17 minutes away, which is a long time in today's society. Most people don't have patience for a minute to wait. So most people at 17 minutes would blow it off. Then, so I said, well, it's Malibu. I always meet cool people in Malibu. I didn't know he was going to be at the end of the fucking road in Paseo. He's literally the last road.
Next to the canyon.
Next to the canyon. That's fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
And so I said, 17 minutes, that's such a big deal. I'm no hurry today. And then but the left and right turns is, I had to make 65 years and 8 months of left and right turns to be sitting in this car next to Jason. And he had to make 44, right? 44 years? 45 years of left and right turns to meet me. And he decided not to blow off a 17-minute ride, I guess because he wasn't ready anyway, because he made me wait 5 minutes, which typically, if his name wasn't Jason and it didn't say on his mailbox, Santa, what did it say? Santa, please stop here?
Please stop here. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an
And
invitation to come by.
Did Santa stop there?
Santa came by.
Santa came by, right?
Now, there are 2 sides of this story as
Okay.
well. So the other side
right.
of the story is I did have 2... we got a caller. We got a caller.
Cook.
Yeah.
We got a caller.
Yeah.
Let me see if this can pass just in. Well, everybody, that was an emergency call, a life or death call from my wife, because the TV's off and she can't figure out how to get it back on. So
I feel like Spectrum could be a launch advertiser for this
Exactly.
episode.
Exactly.
Number 1 episode, longest episode.
If it turns out well, of her getting
We'll
her
see.
TV
We'll
back.
see.
Because in a little while, I'm going to have to
Patch
get
him in.
Spectrum on the phone.
We can call in on this, and then we can do
There we go. We can
put
do that,
Spectrum
too.
on to see if they
Listen,
have good customer
I love
support.
your thinking, Jay. I love your thinking. We're going to have so much fun next 5 hours. We might go live. That might be something we might do in a little bit. Because you never know.
Because why not?
Why exactly? Because why not? Because that's going to be a decision we make. And guess what? It's the correct. If we decide to, it is the correct thing to do. Because what's most important in life, everybody, is to have fun every day. Now, not to be negative, but if a meteorite hits California, or my path along, our path along the road to Nevada, and it all goes down, we had some fun the last couple hours.
We'll have some
and we have some content. Because I think this is on the World Wide Web, right?
Yeah.
It's probably already being stored someplace.
Yeah, it's all there.
And the meteorite hits us. You know what? Life is so funny, and you
We'll
never
certainly get the ratings up.
There's
for
many
this show.
exactly many philosophers that said live every day as though it's your last, and I love that saying. And so there's a guy jogging about 5 months ago on PCH. Obviously he loves jogging, or he wouldn't be doing it. So that was his last day on the planet. A boulder literally rolled down the mountain and rolled him over and killed him. I mean, what are the odds of that? I mean, or a plane crashing into your house, which happens all the time. Or a car, every night, a car runs into a house. I don't know if you watch the news or not, but my wife watches the news, and
Not right
it's
now.
not good news.
She's not watching it right now, though.
She's not watching it right now. I love this guy's sense of humor. She is not watching the news. What she wants to be watching right now is tennis. Our sons were professional tennis players. So, Jason Cook.
Jason Cook.
He played
43-year-old. Jason
44.
Cook, 44.
He played for UCLA.
Amazing.
Then he was a coach at Pepperdine, which is a gorgeous school.
Yeah.
I just interviewed one of the guys.
We have 2 interns that work at our company from Pepperdine.
Very good.
Yeah.
Fantastic
Join.
school.
Yeah.
I interviewed 2 people from, a lot of people from Pepperdine, but 2 major administrators, and they were fantastic interviews. Just the other day, matter of fact. The guy who's one of the top guys right now, it was in a limo. And limo drivers are not supposed to talk to people, right? That's like taxi drivers talk to, Uber drivers talk. Limos drivers are supposed to shut up and drive the car.
Question.
But I'm not a limo driver. I just drive limos.
Question for you, Father Fantastic. Are limo or Lyft drivers supposed to pull up and yell at you when you come out of your house, which is pretty much what you did to me today, which was, could you be any further down the canyon? So for context, pulls up, 18 minutes, waiting, I'm waiting, we go. And that story to connect it was 2 previous drivers canceled their trip.
Oh.
Wouldn't come pick me up. You were door number 3.
Door number 3. So it wasn't really your decision.
Correct.
Their decision was to blow you off.
It might be the universe's decision. We'll see how this goes.
Exactly.
And standing out there in the driveway with his cell phone, there's no cell signal because we are at the end of a canyon, and looks at me and goes, could you be any further down the end of the road?
But you took that as a positive.
It was
I didn't
a positive.
say negative.
It was not a
I
negative.
liked it.
It was an engagement.
It was an engagement because I think it was, to me, I'd love the fact that you were the last one, not the second to last one.
No.
You were the last one.
End of the road.
To me, that's fantastic.
I'll take it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's take it.
But more importantly was that you said, Santa, please stop here,
Yes.
which I took a picture of. I already put it on Instagram because I wrote, I did stop here. Is that the best time of year for children or what?
Oh my gosh, they are in heaven. So speaking of 7 and 5 for the holidays, Christmas, Declan and Jack got tennis rackets. We have a tennis court in our backyard.
Oh, no way!
Maybe there's a Jason Cook call in and he could help give me some tips on
Well,
how to start.
one of my 98, guess what that was?
I believe he might have been a tennis coach.
Exactly.
Number 32 or 33, John?
I don't remember the number exactly, but it was back in the 30s probably, or 40s.
Yeah.
A long time ago, because...
Might have been a good one.
And it was not just teaching them. I mean, I taught a lot of... The reason I took up tennis, not football or any other sport in high school, because girls play tennis. I always liked girls. They didn't play football.
Yeah.
So I played tennis, taught a lot of girls back then how to play tennis, taught my sons. Now, how many people can brag, say they taught their sons who became All-Americans. Jason was 1-time All-American, Lester was 3-time All-American, and Lester played all the Grand Slams.
That's amazing.
So I am a good instructor. Again, I'm not cheap.
Are you a good or fantastic instructor?
Oh, did I say good again? Shoot me!
Wow.
Do you have a gun on you? Will you please?
Do you get to stay in the car? Like, what?
You know, it's 65 years of saying good, even though I created a better word, or not to create the word, but I'm implementing the word, it still creeps in there.
Yeah.
It still creeps in there. And it's so hard to get rid of But it's our goal as ambassadors and as fantastic human beings to get rid of that I call it a 4-letter word. You know? And if you say the word, you're a moaner. Don't be a moaner, ladies and gentlemen. And should we run this, you think, 5 hours this interview without a break? Well, as long as we
How much fuel do you have?
I gotta have a tank.
Is there a Guinness Book of World Records for longest concurrent,
You know what?
non-edited,
It's funny. I
single
wonder.
take?
Single take. Well, I think live it would be interesting, but no, we're doing it as a single take. We'll take some breaks. I don't want to drive everybody crazy, but so far I'm having fun.
Yep.
And that's all that really matters.
We're 9 minutes in.
We're only 9 minutes in. Jeez, are we there yet? You know the kids say, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?"
I'll do navs. You don't have to be distracted. By
Okay,
that.
very good. I have a navigator,
Looks like a little I-10 east.
a
2 miles.
co-pilot. Yeah, we're going to go east for quite a while.
Quite a while.
I think we're leaving at the perfect time of day, of
I
course.
think so.
Positive thinking, you're going to hear a lot of my philosophies, and positive emotions manifest positive actions. I'm manifesting that we're going to have a fantastic time together. Okay?
Check.
I mean, by the way, everybody, it's an all-expense-paid vacation to Nevada for me, which is
We
always
could have a
fun.
pop-up event in Laughlin at the hotel if we build enough interest.
Yeah,
We could have
everybody converge on Laughlin, all the fantastic ambassadors that are in Nevada. How far is Laughlin from Las Vegas?
Good question. I think it's an hour. Just an hour outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
If CES was or is still currently on, I might have the detour. I love CES.
CES,
All the toys in the world are there. Consumer Electronics Show. Been there many times. Lots of fun.
For the first time ever, hold on. For the first time ever, there was an airline that actually had the keynote for CES this year.
Oh.
Delta Airlines.
Delta.
Which is a new...
They're there when you are, or something like that.
Yeah.
Something with airline. I'm a pilot.
I am a pilot as well.
You are a pilot as well?
Yeah.
Oh, do you fly currently?
I do.
Because I haven't flown in a couple years.
Can we fit that in today?
Yes! I would love
I
to
mean,
go
a
fly.
pilot. I'm gonna have to put in a couple calls on this one, but a pilot. I think we get up with a pilot since we're not current. We can sit accordingly. I think there's a skydiving element of.
I jumped out of an airplane at 10,000 feet. That was fun. I videotaped it on the way down. I recommend everyone, one, have a child. That's a fantastic experience. It's one of the things that you'll never forget as long as you live. Jumping out of an airplane is a fantastic experience. One that you'll never forget.
How are they similar or different?
Well, they're just on the top 5
Got it.
of fantastic experiences. You know,
Laughlin is an hour and a half away from Vegas.
You know, I tell you, the young people of the world, and I tell everyone really, basically, your phone is the Encyclopedia Britannica, it's the Library of Congress, and more. It's the answer to everything you want to know in a millisecond. If you're not asking that phone of yours, by saying, okay, Google or Siri or whatever it is, 20 questions a day, you're not learning. You're not opening up your mind to new stuff. It's the answer to everything. And you should be curious about everything and ask it because it's the answer.
I have a question.
Sure.
Do these
Love
devices, are these devices helping society become more or less fantastic?
That's a very good question. You know, I have a section on my app called Ask Dr. Fantastic Anything.
Mm-hmm.
And typically the good questions, well, I haven't answered everything, by the way, just so you know, Jay, on the way here. You can't probably stump me, but if I don't have an answer, drawing from my 98 different careers, I have experts in every field that you can imagine
That you can tap. Yeah.
that I can tap and find out the answer. But that's an answer. Say it again. Does it make
Are these devices,
Yes.
while they are extremely, again, I won't bias the outcome, but are these devices, without defining the device, are these devices and what they represent making society more or less fantastic?
See, that's where the word fantastic comes in, because it's unimaginably good and beautiful. So I would say I want to go in the middle of this because there's huge problems with it, and there's huge pluses with it. So, you know, whenever you decide you're going to do something, you put your pluses, you put your minuses.
It's a left and right turn together.
It's a left and right turn together because it's disassociating society. Okay, one. Unfortunately, it's being used as a babysitter for a lot of children. A pacifier. Unfortunately, they're not teaching cursive in school anymore, so that's, you know, because you only have to do is type, and you don't even need to know how to read or write anymore. All you have to learn is to speak a language, and because you're okay, device, whenever you talk to it, you just need to speak to it now. Now the car is in the future, and they're already implementing it. You're going to get in your car. You're going to say, start the car. It'll start. Put on this music. Put on the air conditioning at 78. And you're just going to be all, and the homes are that way as well now, with Alexa and what have you. So it's all going to be automated. I'm just fascinated with technology and people that are creating. That's why I love interviewing scientists, quantum physicists, inventors, doctors. I ask everyone great questions because I'm curious. I had one of my fun ones was a guy who spent $504,000 on his education. He was a spine surgeon. So he agreed to an interview, and I'm driving to his first interview, which I can only imagine he got the job. How many people are applying to me? After 18 years of school, right? There's probably very few of them. And he's going to make millions of dollars a year, but $504,000 was his bill in his education. So I said, well, how many vertebrae do we have in our spine? And he started thinking about it. He didn't have the answer like this. And I go, well, this is interesting. I'm thinking. And he finally said 16. Because he counted them up. Yeah. So then we started talking about other subjects, and now I know, oh, that's fantastic. 16, I learned something today. I like to learn from everyone I meet. So then he said, wait a minute, I made a mistake. There's 23. So I started laughing and going, are you telling me after $500,000 you don't have the answer like that? You know what he said? I've never been asked it. So I asked the tough questions, but I love, let's get back to your question. Which is Ask Dr. Fantastic.
It's a big question,
ask.
And I don't think we know yet.
We probably don't have time to talk about it on the way, but there's just so many fantastic things because it will save your life. If you're stuck and you have your phone and you have a charge, it could save your life. So it's a lifesaver, and it's a life detractor because you start living inside it. Everyone's taking pictures, and so they're not really experiencing the moment. Right? They're living for the future by taking a photograph of it. Now, I do have a device coming out because I'm an inventor as well, and I work with a lot of inventors, and it's the size of a postage stamp, and it'll be on your keychain, and I'm calling it the Dr. Fantastic Lifesaver. And what it is, it's when it unfolds, it's now the size of 4 postage stamps. And whether it's day or night, it's a solar panel that will charge your phone to make an emergency call.
That's pretty cool.
It'll save your life.
That's very cool.
Because we all have phones that have died. Yeah. I have 3 phones in here. Yeah. So it's very highly unlikely that I'm not going to run out of phone electricity. But it's in solar energy. This project here I was telling you about, I happen to know Akon's brother. Akon's a huge celebrity around the world. And he's lighting 600 million people in Africa with solar. This is a $3 billion project. I think I told you guys about it before. motherofhumanity.org, go to it. And basically, I'm going to connect Akon with this company because, I'm an entrepreneur. I connect people. And because this is going to need electricity. It's 3,000 acres. There'll be homes and museums, hotels. It's a theme park. And theme parks is less like check, need electricity. So that's a fun project. I like fun projects. But mothers of the world, fathers and teachers, you need to teach the kids to be fantastic. And the only reason we're good is because we don't know any better.
So follow-up question, new question. When did you know you were going to be Dr. Fantastic?
Very good question. And it came to me in an epiphany. And I never had an epiphany before. And the epiphany was in a dream. And I don't dream. My wife of 38 years will attest. I've never told her about a dream because I can't remember any dreams. And in that dream, I still remember it a year later. It's been about a year and a half, maybe. And in that dream, I met a guy, and he asked me to come to church on Sunday. Well, I've never been to church. For some reason, I showed up on church on Sunday. And he didn't show up on church on Sunday. And so the whole congregation is there, and they're all saying, where's the pastor? And I'm saying, I don't know. The first time in church, and he invited me, and I don't know. So we all decided to go different directions to find the pastor. And I find him. It's a dream, of course. And I said, I told him, what the hell? I show up to church my first time, and you don't show? What's going on? He goes, Monty, I can't handle the pressure. It's too much stress. Everyone looks to me for support and guidance and leadership, and it's too much for one person. I can't do it. It's too much pressure. And I said, I got an idea. Why don't I go on the pulpit with you? I talk about positivity, because, I don't know if I told you this or not, but I am the professor of positivity. possibly and practically the most positive person on the planet on purpose. And I said to him, and I said, I go up and talk about positivity, I'm a motivational speaker, motivate people, and you can talk about religion, which I know nothing about or don't care about. And we'll be a tag team. We'll give each other support. There's strength in numbers, right? That was the dream. That was an epiphany.
That was a year ago?
It was over a year and a half ago, yeah.
Wow.
And I can still remember it, which is amazing to me.
Impactful.
But when I look back at some of my 98 careers, I realized when I had a company of 35 employees, I had to motivate them to work, right? When I was in sales, I had to motivate people to spend money. When I was in production, sometimes I had to motivate people to work for free because maybe the budget wasn't there for the music video. And there's many other things I could probably think back of how I motivated people. So I've been a motivated speaker. And then when I start doing things, I realize an old career kicks in. Like I have a cooking show right now, and an old product placement company that I used to run kicks into that to help that cooking show. It's called Cooking Styles of the Rich and Famous. Imagine your favorite celebrity. Who's your favorite celebrity person in the world?
You know, a good one is Matt Damon. Big fan.
Matt Damon. Okay.
Big fan.
Imagine Matt Damon cooking his favorite meal in his kitchen for his friends for a dinner party. And all the proceeds go to his favorite charity. So he's supporting his charity. He's getting a free dinner because we supply everything. And everything you see on camera is for sale. The clothing we're wearing by a sponsor, the utensils, the food, the booze, all sponsors. And because when a celebrity touches a product, people buy it. And you would get to see his favorite recipe, and you would be able to buy that recipe and maybe the whole package with all the ingredients and instructions off the website. How about that?
How about that? I have a dear friend who's built a company that can facilitate that event going live and being able to facilitate people onboarding and coming live and then having that monetized for the charity, for the purpose of.
Very good.
And instead of that going to
Give me a
YouTube.
shake, give me a shake. Sounds great. See, now, that's what's called networking, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're looking at networking or entrepreneurship, in the dictionary, it says see Monty. I am a networking fool. Because it's all about working with people that you like, one. So far we're getting along. We haven't even had a single fight yet. And it's been, over a half hour.
Check.
Check that off. No, but the point is, I want everyone to win. When my charity for veterans, literally everyone wins. The retailers win because they're offering a discount to veterans, which increase their business. So increased business, and they earn customer loyalty when they're supporting the veterans. The veteran wins because he gets a discount on where to buy things, where to dine, or where to stay. The community wins because it's increasing business in the community. The country wins because it's spreading patriotism. It's a win-win-win-win situation. Now, when you become an ambassador, which you're going to become you're going to be 130. You're going to be 132.
Yep.
I'm going to promote you on what we call Meet Our Ambassadors page, because you have a company that you want to tell people about.
Sure.
So I want to help you. If you're going to help me help the world, you need exposure for your company, your passions, your dreams, right?
And the name of our company is Camber, which is a pilot. You know what camber is on a wing? Which
Camber.
Is how lift happens.
Okay.
Spelled K-A-M-B-R.
Right.
But the ethos of our company is beyond what we do for airlines. It's what we like to say is all about lift. We like to
All
lift.
about lift.
We like to lift people up.
That's fantastic.
And so that's really core to who we are and what we do.
And the website is camber.com?
K-A-M-B-R.com.
K with a K.
With a K.
Is
Yep.
that, but that's not how you spell camber
Spelled a
on
little
a plane.
different. Camber on a wing
You
is
couldn't get
K-A-M-B-E-R.
C-A-M-B-R. You couldn't get it, right?
It was not available. Low cost startup. Yep. So we went K-A-M-B-R.
You said low cost? Is that what you just said?
Low cost startup. Yeah.
Well, so you want to hear a funny story about Paul Mitchell?
Please. Yeah.
He's, like I told you, I'm his captain.
Mm-hmm.
So when they started out, they made their little demos, their little products, and they went to the printer to get some labels made. And guess what's less expensive, black and white or color?
Yeah.
Black and white.
Yeah.
And he's still black and white today. They can afford
that's
color.
why?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
Isn't that
amazing.
funny?
That's a great story.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
Yeah.
right?
That's wow.
Isn't that fantastic? Anyway, so and JP is he's a big supporter of my charity. Loves my caviar. Give me great shout outs. He's a great friend. He's a great person. He's a great humanitarian. And he's going to receive the first fantastic humanitarian award at my awards banquet.
When is your awards banquet?
It's going to be December 6th in Los
Where?
Angeles.
All right.
Well, I'm working on the venue right now.
Okay.
And one of my A-listers, he has a billionaire that has a mansion in Beverly Hills, and get this, underneath the tennis court is a 1,000-seat ballroom. So if everything works out, it'll be at that estate,
Only in
televised,
Yeah.
live, which might be your friend. Now tell me
Key.
about
Okay, so Evan Wayne started a company called Key.
K-E-Y?
K-E-Y, and it's a platform that enables content creators, people who work, athletes, people with charities, the ability to take, for example, this and go live and allow an audience to come together to consume that content without those funds, without that data coming off of that interaction going to the major platforms. So putting you together directly with an audience and you being able to direct those funds or that investment to wherever you like.
Okay.
K-E-Y.
K-E-Y. Well, that sounds interesting because when I first started streaming, it was a show called Make a Hollywood Movie, and I went to all the celebrity events and red carpets and TV shows and movies and interviewed celebrities and people in the field. And I always asked them 2 questions because I didn't want to timestamp the show. And those, if I could find those interviews one day, it could still be reused because I asked celebrities or technicians 2 questions. One was, what was your dream in life? That's not time-stamped. Everyone has a dream. Just because you're a movie star didn't mean you didn't want to be a baseball player, right? And the other one was, give me some advice for people that want to do what you do.
Great questions.
Great questions, right?
That's a just say yes transaction because no one says no to those
No,
questions.
we're going 10 East.
There are, 10 East.
So I'm going to ask you that because I haven't asked those questions in a long time.
Should've saw
What's
that
been
coming.
your dream in life?
My dream in life.
I mean, did you get it in high school?
10
Did you get it in
East.
college? When did it come upon you? Or did it come yet?
It's pretty
Because you may
amazing.
not have your dream yet.
I'm living it actually right now.
He's
It's
living the
pretty
dream, ladies
crazy.
and gentlemen.
Yeah. I fell in love with what is. Oh, we got a caller.
No,
We
private.
got
Get rid of
dial
that.
in. Is that Jason Cook? No.
No, it's private. I don't take private numbers.
Private numbers.
Go ahead.
Directions are I-10 East. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
Hold on.
for a long time.
Long time. Yeah, really, it's becoming more significant every day, and so they're really addicted and drawn to aviation, airplanes, how they fly. I had a family member that worked for NASA down in Long Beach. Got to know the astronauts. He was part of designing the space shuttle, and I think I got the bug from him. His name is Jack, which also carries my son's name as well, Jack. And I got the bug and was in love with aviation. It's what I went to school for. Became a pilot. It's what I did for 10, 12 years. And now I'm back with building a software company within the aviation industry with people that I really love and enjoy working with. And it really doesn't get any better than that from a dream standpoint. And from there, family. Beyond that, in terms of, my wife's name is Liberty and our 2 kids, Declan and Jack.
Wow. Well,
Now I'm here sitting here talking about it.
Well, the secret to life is to be happy, and I believe happiness is jumping out of bed in the morning, looking forward to your day. And when that happens, you're going to have fun doing it. When that happens, you're going to do it well. And when that happens, you're going to make money from it. But money should not ever be the driving force.
Can't
It
be.
should be do something that you are passionate about. And I'm so happy to hear that you're passionate about flying, because we're going to go flying soon. Where's your plane at, or do you have a plane?
I do not have a plane. Best way to have
Why
a
don't
plane
you
is
have
not
a
have a
plane?
plane.
Exactly. Rent. What do they say?
Yeah.
Flies, flocks, or rent it. What's the saying? Flies?
Earmuffs, kids.
Earmuffs, yeah, exactly. Well, actually, you know what's funny is you never know who's gonna like these shows. I've had 4,000 people watch one. It was on Longshoreman. I interviewed a longshoreman. He's my #1 episode, 4,400 last time I looked. And then recently Jennifer Hill, who just interviewed Deepak Chopra this week, and she's got like over 150 in a week, which is a lot, you know. But again, it's you never know rhyme or reason why anyone's gonna watch.
Just put it out there in the universe, see what happens.
Just put it out. But
The meteor would help.
This is
The meteor would help
The
blow up the
meteor will help.
numbers like that.
Exactly.
That will spread.
Now, here's what I was just thinking when you told me about Key. Is it possible that we can implement, because technology is so fast, that we can implement the Key program while we're driving and launch our first Key show?
I can call him.
Give him a call. Let's put him on speaker.
Yeah, let's see what
Let's
he's got.
get him on
Let's see if he
board.
can deploy.
Everybody, that's how life is. You got to flow with life. You got to know that the decisions you make are the correct one because you made it. You didn't not make it. So forget about the thing you didn't do, because that's negative energy. Know the thing that you did was correct. Because it is correct. Believe in it. Believe in yourself. Be positive about everything you do. Don't be afraid of failure. When you rode a bike for the first time, you fell down. You scraped your knee. You put a Band-Aid on it. You got up and you rode your bike again. There's no such thing as failure. It's first attempt in learning. That's what fail stands for. And fear is false expectations appearing real. So
calling Evan Wayne, founder CEO of Key.
Here we go.
Went
We're
to
gonna be Key.
voicemail. He's gonna call back here in a little bit.
Okay, so we have plenty of time. We're gonna make history. I mean, actually, if you think about it, every day you make history. It's your history. It may not be the world's history, but you know what? My goal has been since 1980, when I created We Are the World, was to win the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
That's what I want to win, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Right?
Nothing's wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's a lofty goal, and I'm going to. And with your help, I'm going to. Because it's all about teamwork. There's no I in team. I love a big team.
What would you say to people that have a fear of failure? And I'll give some context as a share, which is my biggest driver of success has been being terrified of failure.
That's a good driving force.
Two sides of the same coin, and it can appear to be success in and of itself, but just terrified of actually failing.
Well, how would you define success? Turn it around real quick, because I have answers to both those things, but go ahead.
I think I'm reshaping that by the day, frankly. I think what it was success in the eyes of others, success in others' expectations of me versus defining it myself. And I think if you can define it for yourself, you're in a much happier state in life.
It gets back to I think, therefore I am.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, if you, not anyone else's opinion, by the way, yours is the only opinion, I don't know if I said this or not, but yours is the only opinion on the planet that matters. Not your wife's, not your kids, not mine, not your parents.
True.
The only one, okay? And when people start doing their...
60 east.
10 east, right? 60?
60 east, yep.
You want 60,
Okay.
yeah? Okay, we'll do that. 10 east, they both go to the same spot?
Not sure why, but...
Yeah, that's okay. So now your opinion is the only one that matters. Unfortunately, girls that are all sucked up into what other people think of them is a detriment to their health and happiness.
Yeah.
So now no one's opinion matters, because everyone's opinion, your wife's opinion, my opinion, and your dad's opinion, all have an agenda behind them for themselves. Right? Now your dad is a generation like mine that probably would have said you can't make a living as a skateboarder or as a gamer or as a YouTuber, right? He probably would say that. He's wrong, isn't he?
Sure.
So his opinion doesn't matter in your life, because you've got to live in your skin. And the only person that matters is, because you have to be happy, or you can't make your wife or kids happy, or your employees or anyone happy. So Jason, you come first. People say, no, my wife comes first, my kids come first. That's bullshit. It's not greedy, it's not selfish, it's logical. Because without you succeeding and being happy, you can't take care of them, right? Okay, so those are important things. Now, success, I believe, is in your head. If you think, Jason, it doesn't matter, it's not a money thing, by all means, you know that. Hopefully you know that.
I do.
But if you think that you're successful, you are. If you think you're unsuccessful, you are. If you think you're happy, you are. If you think you're unhappy, you are. Because it's in your head. It's all in your head. Perception is everything.
It's true.
Right? So if you think you can't do something, I can't run a company. I can't be fantastic at 4:30 in the morning, which I've heard. You certainly can't. You can't. It's not possible. You just said you can't. Can't is like another 4-letter word, that should be deleted from your vocabulary. Can't and good. We'll come up with a couple more along this trip. Oh, are you guys still listening? It's only been 29 minutes. You got nothing else to do?
That was a fast 29 minutes, though.
Well, plus the other one, which was, I think, 10 minutes before we started.
Should we cut to our sponsor?
Should we cut to our sponsor? Which one's that? Oh, Rocket Phones, ladies and gentlemen. The best 3D phone on the market. There are many, by the way, 3D phones. Rocket Phone, it will blow your mind.
Let me get this in here.
Get in there, Rocket Phones.
I saw this, and it is, I didn't even know there was a 3D phone. That 3D phone is pretty exceptional, so.
Yeah. It's
There
got,
you go.
they've
Rocket
licensed the next 3 avatars.
Yeah.
And so you can watch movies, TV shows. It's rockbrands.com. Go to the website. They have alcohol. They've got TV shows and movies.
They've
got the
racing
phone.
team
They have a
of some
racing.
kind?
They're sponsoring a racing team. They're sponsoring tennis, which I can't wait. See, what I want to do for Rocket is go to all their events. Remember, you create your own destiny. You're creating a destiny in the airline business,
I think
right?
we're creating it right now.
We're creating it right now. So basically, I want to go to all these fantastic events around the world, interview fantastic kings and queens and presidents and celebrities and regular people, because I like regular people as much as I like celebrities, as much as I like billionaires.
Aren't they all regular people?
They're all regular people. They all gotta put their wipe their own butts, I guess. Theory. Now they have these new toilets that wipe your butt for you. You know that? You ever seen them? They're electronic toilets. They have a little water that squirts up there, dryer. You don't have to touch your butt. That's been an invention that I had some friends when I was in 1972. I saw that toilet in 1972. That's a long time ago.
Well, at that, maybe we can take a quick TV break.
Oh, take a break?
Call it TV? I guess streaming break.
Stay tuned. We're going to go to a commercial break.
Yeah.
Where you can hear about all kind of fun projects. By the way, sponsors of the movement, just so I can throw that out, are Executive Limousine Service. Been around for 40 some odd years. That rig just about ran us over and killed us. That was a close call. Thanks, guy. Pay attention. So Executive Limousine Service, Drink Via. It's a great energy drink. Rock Mobile is being part of the team. Gold Star Investments, the gold company. It's got a fantastic stock out right now. Who else are our sponsors? Then we have the quantum mechanics. See this thing I'm wearing around my neck? This is the most powerful amulet on the planet. It's got a moonstone. It's got a meteorite. The thing below it is what happens when lightning hits sand. It forms a statue, a pylon, and it's embedded in quantum mechanics. And it's malachite. It is an amazing amulet. They're around $500, but they're very, very powerful. It's putting off the evil spirits, so to speak. Anyway, so we're going to take a commercial break. Every 30 minutes, maybe we'll come back and then have some more fun. But stay tuned. We're on a journey. We know where we're going. I don't know how we're going to get there, but the internet does. Hopefully we don't lose signal. And Jason and I are going to have so much fun. We hope you're having fun watching us. Like, subscribe, share. We might be going live for a little segment, see how that goes. Stay tuned, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Gotta say, I am fantastic.